Hi, I'm Ilona Pitt and this is Meet Britain's Makers, our TV series that brings you interviews with top manufacturing and engineering leaders weekly. It's made in the Midlands.tv. Please go and check it out. This morning we're joined by Geoff Williams of Bayley Hills. Good morning, Geoff.
Good morning.
That's great to have you here. How
Thanks
are
very
you?
much for inviting us.
Fantastic. So yes, you are our gold member. And first of all, I would like you to introduce Bayley Hills, and for those who may not know you, who are Bayley Hills Limited?
Okay. So I'm Geoff Williams. I'm the Managing Director of Bayley Hills. It is a business consultancy that I founded in 2002, and the business has grown, and there's now 8 of us supporting manufacturing businesses throughout the UK. That's our key bit that we do. We look after and look at strategy. We look after strategy deployment. We look at improvement techniques. And most importantly for me, it's about engaging the workforce and getting them involved with their businesses and helping it to run profitably.
So stabilization is a big part of your business. What are your stabilization services and what are they designed to do?
So consultancy word there, stabilization.
Yes.
What that really means is when businesses get into trouble and they're losing money and they need to turn their businesses around, that's what stabilization is about. I'll give you an example of that. We're currently working with a large wing manufacturer across 3 sites. They were losing £1 million per month.
That's it's a big
That's
amount.
a big loss.
Yes.
Yeah. I knew the CEO there. I'd worked with him previously when I was on the board at Dunlop, and he invited me to come and help him. I think the words were slightly more
almost I think
coarse than that.
investigate, right?
Yeah.
What's going on?
We went in. We found out what some of the issues were, and we've provided 7 people across the 3 sites. Each site is different. So on the one site we've got 3 professional interim people. We've got Steve running the business for them on that site. So he's a general manager. We've got a quality manager and a logistics manager that we've put into the business, and they're making the day-to-day decisions to turn that part of the business round. At their northern site, the problems were different, and we've put in people that are working on focused projects to try and help that business become profitable. So what they've done, we've got Ian working on cost to poor quality. He's saved them £1.5 million already with the project that he's done, and we've got Mark who's putting in one-piece flow, and already we've halved the stock that is held within the business, and therefore we don't need so much capital to run the business. I'm pleased to say the business is now back in profit.
Fantastic, great job, Bayley Hills team. So you touched upon that, but what sort of benefits do you provide to the clients then?
So we tend to focus on 4 areas. We focus on people, we focus on quality, we focus on delivery, and of course we focus on costs, which end up on the bottom line. So they're the things that we tend to focus on, and our services are based around that. So we have strategic services, we have improvement services, including lean manufacturing, cost to poor quality projects, focus projects, those sorts of things. But the key bit where I think we're different from other businesses is we have tools and techniques that engage the workforce.
That's
and I
the
think
key,
for
isn't
me,
it?
it's the workforce that generate the profit of a business. It's not the directors, it's the workforce.
Engaged workforce.
And if they're engaged, they make your life so much easier to
give
make
you that extra efforts. That's
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That for me is key.
Okay, and it seems to have worked very well with all the
Thankfully,
projects.
touch wood, since 2002 it's worked very well, so let's keep it going that way.
Fantastic. So Bayley Hills can support members with transformation in their business. What sort of programs and trainings do you actually offer?
So transformation, how does transformation differ from stabilization? Stabilization is for businesses that are losing money.
Yeah.
Transformation tends to be for businesses that are already profitable but want to improve their delivery performance to the customer. They want to reduce stocks. they want to change their culture or they want to improve their
So it's a
profit.
continuous improvement.
So this is more a continuous improvement program. So an example of that, we went into an automotive seat manufacturer. In fact, they're the largest first tier supplier in Europe.
Yeah.
We created a program for them by first of all doing a diagnostic to understand what the issues were, and then we set about doing a program, putting in lean cells, removing the stock, improving the processes that were in there, and we took £10 million off the operating costs of that business.
That's huge.
It is huge. That's
Yes.
what we tend to go in and try to make big differences.
Yes. And
my-
is it small things that make a big difference, or how do you find? How can you make a £10 million saving?
If I'll be honest with you, it's about engaging employees.
Right.
You
Again,
can
that's
employ.
the key.
There's lots of consultancies doing lean manufacturing or continuous improvement, but the big difference is if you engage your employees and get them involved with making those lean decisions rather than the managers making those decisions, suddenly you have a business that works. That's what we try to engage.
You touched upon lean manufacturing. So what sort of services are there for lean manufacturing professionals?
So for lean, we would use traditional techniques like value stream mapping. Something that we would employ would be lean manufacturing that you would put and see in Toyota. So at that factory, we had Toyota was our main customer. They came round and they said, we can understand all of the physical changes you've done, but please tell me, what have you done to the employees? They're the same ones that were here 10 years ago, and they're changed. So they wanted us to document our tools and techniques of people so they could take it back to Toyota.
Right.
So that was quite an interesting moment for us. So here's probably one of the most famous lean manufacturers in the world, Toyota, asking us, little Bayley Hills, what is it that you do with people to change them?
Right.
So that's an important bit.
So yes, you've got your secrets, and did you give
And we
it out?
told them. We were open about it.
Yeah.
Every business that we go in, we don't go in there just to change it. We go in there to teach them how to do it themselves, so that they can improve themselves without us. So teaching a man how to fish, they can feed themselves each day, rather than us just keep taking money off them. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to
make the change and move on and make more great change.
my partner in the business always laughs at me. My ambition is to keep as much manufacturing in the UK that I can.
Yes.
I've got 4 children. I'd like them to have a job and when they're old enough to.
Okay, perfect. So how about the strategy services? How are they designed to support business?
So
yes.
Yeah, so strategy for us is about facilitating the building of a strategy. So we're not doing a McKinsey style, doing all the investigations and looking at the marketplace. We're using the knowledge that's already in the business and we're facilitating them to create their own strategy. That's what we would be doing then.
So not only you develop the strategy, but you have an area of business dedicated to strategic deployment.
Yes.
So how do you help people to execute their business plans?
Okay, so I was very happy to help Toyota because actually this is a Toyota technique. It's called policy deployment.
Yeah.
So we use a Toyota technique there to deploy the strategy to the lowest level. So again, it's not the directors driving the strategy, it's all of the employees driving the strategy. We create a war room, a little bit like this, where everything is visual on the boards, so everybody can see what projects are driving the strategy forward, and we will hold people to account to make that happen. That's how you drive strategy. It's not a plaque on the wall, then that's just left there. It is projects and people involved in driving those projects forward. That's what we do with strategy.
Fantastic. So Geoff, 15 years for Bayley Hills now, since 2002.
Yeah.
Huge successes,
Thank
the
you.
team is growing. What are your plans for the next 5 years from now?
Okay.
I'm sure there is something in the pipeline.
There is things in the pipeline. I still want to keep helping businesses be successful. For me, keeping manufacturing in the UK is an ambition of mine ever since I set up Bayley Hills, and I want to keep doing that. I'd like to have a place for my children to go to when they're older. I of course want to grow the business. I want to help more manufacturing businesses by doing that. Ultimately, I'd like us to be the go-to consultancy for manufacturing. That's the place that people go to and get help.
That's a great vision, Geoff.
Thank you.
I'm sure this will happen and come true for you.
Thanks very much.
You work hard to get, you're really good at what you do, basically. And I think the message that resonates from this interview and the one I've done in the past is the workforce is the key.
Workforce is key.
Yes, and how you engage it, how you develop your workforce is just absolutely crucial. And all successful business seem to have the same thing.
I think it is. It's all about people. So whatever we're doing or whatever product we're making, it's about the people. That's what's good.
So thank you very much for coming today for our studio.
Thanks for inviting us.
It was great to have you here. Please go to our YouTube channel to subscribe for more weekly interviews, and that's and also to madeinthemidlands.tv. Thank you very much for watching this week's Meet Britain's Makers. I'll see you again very soon and bring you another manufacturing and engineering leader from the region. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.